Toastmasters Sourav, Dutta, how will you address low member clubs in your division, which includes your home club as well? How will you address low member clubs in your division, which includes your home club as well?
So every club which has a low member problem does not have the problem for the same reason. There are various reasons why the clubs have these problems. So community clubs have a different set of problems, different set of reasons. Corporate clubs have a different set of reasons. So to address the low member issues, the most important thing for us to do is to understand why this club is having a problem. If it's a corporate club, we'll have to address it probably by speaking with the management, understanding the scenario. Some of these issues may not be addressable immediately. So within my area, for instance, there are two clubs which are facing low membership issues simply because of corporate acquisitions. Now that is something that we can do little about. Community clubs, on the other hand, we need more outreach for in certain cases. In certain cases, it has to be better retention. So how I will address, I will first get into the bottom of the problem, why is it happening, and then address the problem rather than trying to give a one fit solution to every club.
What will be your strategy to promote Toastmasters to non-members that live in your district? What will be your strategy to promote Toastmasters to non-members that live in our district?
So as you would know that I have been instrumental in getting a club charter, a bilingual Bengali English club. I played a very active role there. And how did I do that is by helping the Toastmasters organization have an outreach to the Bengali community in this case. So my strategy has always been that take Toastmasters to where your target audience is, and that's the basic marketing or sales funda. Right? You have to take your brand to where your consumer is. In this case, where our audience is, where our members, potential members are. As far as community clubs are concerned, I would be reaching out to through various outreach programs, maybe through social networking, through community organizations like in this case, the Bengali Association is what we had used for reaching out to the target audience. As far as corporate clubs are concerned, I would be taking a slightly different approach, because right now what we do is we try to get into the corporate through some anchor. In my opinion, one of the reasons that the corporate clubs are struggling today is because there is very less leadership involvement at a corporate level. So in very few clubs, you will see directors, vice presidents, they are being a member of the club, which is why there is no leadership approval or endorsement softly or in a direct manner. And that's why a lot of people don't feel that the club is adding a lot of value to their own corporate growth, professional growth. And that is what I would want to change. For corporate clubs, I would reach out from the top, more like a tops-down approach rather than trying to get in through HR or trying to get in through something which we feel is a stopgap solution or a low-hanging fruit.
How will you react to those area directors whose opinions are grossly different than your own? How will you react to those area directors whose opinions are grossly different than your own?
Even myself as an area director or as a club president, I've always had a very strong opinion about certain things. And that has never stopped me from getting involved in the broader organizational objectives, participating in broader organizational objectives. So the same thing I would expect from my area directors as well, that even if they have a different opinion, they need to be participative in the organizational objectives, organizational goals. They have to contribute to that. It's perfectly okay for us to agree to disagree. At the end of the day, a disagreement does not always mean a dissent, does not always mean dissatisfaction. Disagreement actually means someone is invested in the organization to make it better. So the first thing I would do is try to understand what is the reason for the disagreement. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I need to work on that.
For a district already saturated with clubs in Bangalore divisions, what are your plans to address growth in your division? For a district already saturated with clubs in Bangalore division, what are your plans to address growth in your division?
I don't personally feel that the district is saturated with clubs. Probably in terms of geographical location, yes. But now the pandemic has shown us that there's a whole new world of online clubs that we can get started with. There are several corporates where we don't have clubs or where we don't have sufficient number of clubs. For example, the company that I was a director of, Target Corporation, does not have a Toastmaster club. Another company I was a director of, JCPenney, does not have a Toastmaster club. The company that I'm currently a vice president of, that company does not have a Toastmaster club. So there is, in the corporate space alone, there is so much of opportunity for us to open clubs, leave alone the community space, where I think if we try to address by pockets, by communities, by social groups, there is so much of opportunity. I would want to make my closing remarks, sir. As I stand for the division director position for Division B, my only objective is to break barriers, bring the clubs together, bring the areas together, bring the divisions together. We should not be held in silos of clubs, areas, and divisions. Today, the club president in Division A does not know who the division director is in Division H. This scenario has to change. We have to be one Toastmasters. That's our power. That's why we're Toastmasters International. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmasters Sourav, and thanks for taking the day, showing your willingness to participate in the district leadership journey. Have a great journey ahead. Thank you.